It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Nets in Brooklyn. And for Brooklyn, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And as we take a few moments here, Shaq, the term basketball IQ is constantly thrown around these days. What exactly is meant by that? Because I don't have it.
Ernie, I have no
IQ.
idea. You know, you can be smarter than me if you want to. You can be a Rhodes Scholar, but you know what I will do to you. Doesn't necessarily mean you make good decisions on the basketball court. Basketball IQ, that term is overrated.
Maybe Kenny has an answer to this one.
Well, I think.
The Nets play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you tonight, live from Brooklyn, New York. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a loss to the Lakers.
And in that game, guys, their three-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
And, guys, you've seen it happen to every team. You have to be a threat from beyond the arc nowadays. And if your team goes cold, it really can sabotage your game.
So the Rockets win the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Houston, we've got McRae. Harden out there with Speedy. Then it's Big Cat, and it's Malone in at the four-man position.
Well, you know, Hall of Famer and three-time champion Kevin McHale, the Rockets coach, did nothing but find success and win as a player. And, you know, that's been the same song for him as a coach.
Now Jordan, James Harden missing on the three. Murphy with the ball. Pass to Harden. He kicks to Murphy for the three. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Murphy's got the first 3 points tonight for the Rockets. And for Coach Kevin McHale, last year was his best. A lot of people thought he could have been easily the coach of the year, leading the Rockets to their third best regular season in franchise history.
And Kevin, with McHale, he's got this team improving every year. His team's win totals have risen as well statistically as I think becoming a better team. Wins aren't always necessarily what determines how good you are.
And so it's Houston with it after the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Malone. Rebound, Brooklyn. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And nothing to be ashamed about in that game. It was a great effort, I thought, all around. They just needed to have one or two breaks go their way.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, both teams, I thought, played well enough to win the ball game, and yet it doesn't work out that way. There are no ties, so unfortunately, they were the ones who came up short.
So here's Murphy, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. Malone's got his first 2 points.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And that one's good.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Goes up the baseline. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Murphy's got 5 now.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Boyd, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Now here is Murphy. He's got 5. He feeds it to Harden. No good from outside. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season, and then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
The Nets with the lead. Now it's send it over to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Kevin McHale.
He told me he's very pleased with how his team's play has progressed throughout the season so far, saying we're finding our roles and doing all the small things that separate good teams from average teams. I hope we can keep this going. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Now here's Harden. He's definitely not pleased how he played against the Lakers. Malone with the screen. It's Harden with the drive. McRae passes to Murphy. It's blocked, and he recovers it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to McRae. Houston needs to get a shot off. Malone misses. The Nets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Here's the general. He's guarded by Murphy. In the corner, Irving with it. Here's Dawkins. Here's Boyd. And the layup's good off the glass. The general's got 9 points.
That's his 4th straight make right out the chute. He's setting a pretty high standard for himself here.
Just like you draw it up before you come out.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Here's Malone. Pass to Sampson. Irving with the steal. Here's the general. He's guarded by Murphy. Nets passing it around. Irving against Harden. Clock at 6. Irving passes to Dawkins. Right block shot, and it's blocked. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And Brooklyn has possession. 4-point game, and he gets it to go.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6. When I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Now, here is Barkley. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Here is Harden after Julius Irving's basket. Got a piece of it. The pass to McRae. Here's Sampson. 5 on the clock. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And with the Rockets last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Well, you know, the Nets were able to sneak into the playoffs as the 8th seed last year. Had some good wins against the Western Conference, and that really was a big boost for them getting to the postseason.
Now here's Jordan. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas. And here's Murphy. He dishes it to Harden. Malone kicks to Murphy. Hits the 3-point bomb. Murphy's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Rockets. Nets were just under 500 against the Western Conference last season. In the East, that is a very respectable mark.
I mean, how about they were actually better against the West than the East a season ago. Their win percentage against the Western teams was narrowly better than games against the East.
Olajuwon's checked in for Houston. Feeds it to Barkley. Jordan against Harden. Here's Boyd, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Here's the general, following the score by Hakeem Olajuwon. The kick out to Irving. Jordan, the pass to Dawkins. A second chance effort, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
For Brooklyn, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Tracy McGrady's checked in for Speedy.
And listen, the Nets had an up-and-down year on offense last season, but the one thing they always did was finish their drives. Very good at getting things to drop off the bounce. That was a strength last season.
Picked by Olajuwon. Harden, that's good.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And there's the bucket from McRae.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The shot will not go. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Nets lead by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And Rockets head coach Kevin McHale spent some time with us in the broadcast booth, but he said it just wasn't the same. He missed that competition.
When you don't have a dog, in the fight, it's different to watch a game and not really care who wins or loses. Since I've been a 12-year-old kid, I've been on a team, whether it was my high school team, my college team, my NBA team. And, when the game ends and you go, oh, good game, you high five.
That's an interesting perspective on competitiveness and what happens when you're no longer in the thick of it, especially, Clark, when you're as physical a player as McHale was.
Yeah, I certainly understand where he's coming from. I mean, I'm living it in many ways, but for me, it's about the love of the game and sharing that with so many other people who love the same things I do, whether they ever played or not. There's some common grounds even outside of the competitive court.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Tracy McGrady. McRae is out there at Malone. Then it's Harden, and it's Olajuwon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Brooklyn making a change here. Kidd's checked in. Now here's Kidd. Back to Barkley. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Nets lead by 4. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Nets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too. And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
He'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
Now, here is Harden. 7 points in the game. Goes up on the wing. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Olajuwon.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Irving buries it from about 10 feet away. Irving's got 6.
And Harden able to get wherever he wants on the court. I mean, he can muscle you, but he's also got that Euro step and all those moves that just leave you in a dizzy.
And he gets the bucket.
James Harden.
Here's the general coming in off a 12-point game, his last outing. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The rejection by Harden. McRae passes to Harden. Malone dishes to McGrady. And it's all evened up.
You know, and Harden, you think about how elusive he is, but at the same time, he's a guy that seeks contact. I mean, he'll entice a defender to try and reach in, and a master salesman when it comes to getting those refs to blow the whistle.
Here's the general after Tracy McGrady's score. Now Irving. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas. Another miss by Irving.
Not good shot selection, long range, and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Houston also making some changes. Big Cat comes in for Malone, and Speedy subbed in for James Harden. Another miss by Houston. The Nets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Kidd, good.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Now, here is McGrady. Down low, here's Sampson. To the wing right side. McRae passes to McGrady. Off the screen. All sorts of time. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Sampson's got the game tied up here for Houston.
And the Rockets were a tough team last year, but at times it really felt like a one-man show. Harden carried them so much for so long. You just have to wonder if it wore him out.
The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Kicks it to Barkley. Sampson pulls it in.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now, here is Murphy. He's got 8. Olajuwon in the high post. Passes to McRae. Here's Sampson. Takes it off the glass. Sampson's got his second basket of the night.
Getting better and better. Got that field goal percentage up in the 60s now.
Clark, they've dialed it in here in the second quarter, playing really well.
Here's Kidd. Barkley left side. Pass to Dawkins. Shot clock at 5, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Here's Sampson. 5 points in the game, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
A chance here to check out how the Rockets ranked in the NBA last season. 2nd in fast break points. 3rd in steals. And they also ranked among the top 5 in points off turnovers, so did a nice job of turning people over.
And a pretty tightly can.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. They were able to stretch out their lead to 8 points on the heels of a few stops and some quality offensive possessions. Playing comfortably, they strolled through the rest of quarter 1, leading by. And that'll wrap up our halftime show, the third quarter.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Talk about great numbers for the general. 13 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender, because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
The general is out there with Michael Jordan, then it's Dawkins, then it's Barkley, and it's Irving in at the small forward position. So that's the group for Lionel Hollins as we begin the second half. Screen by Barkley. Boyd the pass to Irving, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Irving's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Nets. Jordan against Harden. Dishes it to McGrady. To tie. No luck. Nets leading by 3. Pass to Boyd. Here's Dawkins. And that one is hammered home.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
From 11 feet away, that misses off the backboard.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Jordan kicks to Irving.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. The Rockets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And last season, the Nets made sure nobody went off against them. They would lose games, but they did a great job of limiting an opposing star from taking over.
Nets leading by 6. Now the pass to Boyd. The 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists tonight.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
You know, they don't want to let them hang around too long here. I agree with you. I mean, it's best to go ahead and build that lead here in the 3rd.
Well, as you mentioned with the Nets, they limited takeover games, set an NBA record, in fact, Clark, by allowing the fewest 30-point scores against them.
Yeah, you know, only Harden and Lillard were able to get 30 points against the Nets. As you said, the first team to allow so few in a complete NBA season. Going back to '99, the strike-shortened season, the Knicks did it as well.
McGrady kicks to Harden. Back to McGrady. Passes it to Sampson. And stolen by Jordan. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. James Harden is 2nd.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Well, just take a look at what Jordan's done tonight. He has 8 points, and he's hit 6 shots from the charity stripe, contributing to their offense.
And you know what? When he's had the opportunity, he's been in attack mode, and that's what led to those points at the line.
It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Malone.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Here's the general. He's got 16. Irving passes to Boyd. Shoots from 14. Uses the glass to drop it in. The General's got the lead back up to 9 now for Brooklyn. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. McGrady dishes to Malone. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly, but last season they were put up for sale, surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year.
Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through.
Irving passes to Boyd. And he gets it to go.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Speedy's checked in for Houston.
There we go, fans. That was your Brooklyn Nets. Give it up.
Malone against Barkley. Malone left side. And the shot is good. Malone's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Boyd the pass to Barkley. The Rockets pull it in. Malone's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Murphy kicks to McGrady. Pass to Sampson. The dish to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Malone. Uses both hands to slam it down.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Nets leading by 6. Here's the general, who's got 20. The feed to Barkley. There's the pick. Shoots from the elbow. Can't hit.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And Murphy kicks to Harden. Here's McGrady. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And now just a 4-point Nets lead for Brooklyn. They've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Boyd the pass to Barkley. He kicks it to Jordan. The shot is off. And the Rockets take it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team, and they showed it winning both matchups last season.
Right you are. I mean, winning the games they were supposed to win. No doubt they'll look to continue that tonight. It's been a good one for Malone. He's got 10 points and also an assist.
Vince Carter, who's checked in for Brooklyn. And a switch here also for Houston. Olajuwon's checked in. Boyd the pass to Barkley. Jordan dishes to Carter. Feeds it to Barkley. Down low, here's Dawkins. Olajuwon with the block. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Welcome fans to the FIBA World Tournament.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the third to end the drought, and Vince Carter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Rockets trail. Some firepower, Clark, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
To tie, 5 to shoot. Murphy can't hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Boyd the pass to Dawkins. Carter outside, inside. Here's Barkley. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. And that's 11 points for the Bulldozer.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Kidd's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Jefferson's checked in for Dawkins. Irving comes in for Vince Carter. And it's the general in for the Kid. Houston also making some changes. Dub comes in for James Harden. And it's Yao in for Big Cat. Here's Barkley. And it's Malone with the rebound. Malone's got rebound number 5 here tonight. So on the floor for Houston. Olajuwon is out there with Yao. Then it's Malone. Then it's Dub. And it's Murphy in at the 1. Back to Malone to take the lead, and he sinks the layup.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
The Nets have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Here's Boyd, kicks to Barkley. And he lays it straight in. And the Nets lead by 1. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
And the dunk by Jordan.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. Climbing the ladder for the 360, that's major bounce right there.
Yeah, Clark, he was sky high on the finish.
And how about the athleticism, coordination, and obviously a lot of confidence to pull something like that off.
Jordan with the rebound. Nets leading by 5. Irving kicks to Jordan. Open jump shot off the mark.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Dishes it to Yao. And it's rebounded by Dr. J, Julius Irving. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Murphy with the steal. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Malone outside to the paint. The jump hook. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Olajuwon.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Lionel Hollins gave to his team during that last break. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make the simple play. Kevin?
And thank you for that, Doris. And that one's good. Olajuwon's got 6 points in the quarter. And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt them inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So, in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
Here's McRae, and Barkley sends it back. Here's the general, outside Jordan. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Kicks to Harden. He feeds it to Malone. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Boyd the pass to Irving. Pulls up, high post, and that one hits back iron. Rockets trail by 5. Murphy dishes to Olajuwon. Houston moving it around. And Barkley sends it back. Here's the general, and stolen by Malone. And it's the Rockets on the break. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Nets leading by 3. Here's Boyd. And it's Malone with the rebound. Malone's got 6 rebounds in the game. Murphy with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Harden's shot is off.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Pass to Boyd. Good on the triple. The General's got 16 points here in the second half.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 6. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. And so here is Houston. They trail by 6. Olajuwon. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Really an extraordinary game for Hakeem Olajuwon. 13 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation.
To the inside. It's stolen by Olajuwon. Now here is Murphy. He's covered closely. Another steal. Boyd the pass to Jordan. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the fourth.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're behind by 7. 1:21 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Murphy. Here's Malone. And it's blocked. They recover it. Boyd the pass to Irving. Here's the general, guarded by Harden.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 9-point ball game here.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
The pass to Jordan. Here's the general. Passes it to Dawkins. Screen by Barkley. 6 on the shot clock. All alone. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 10. There's 25 seconds left in the game. Smith for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Outside Jefferson. Pass to Boyd. There's the pass to Petrovic. Off the screen. Off on that one. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
Thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him. And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious